the 2016 Chevrolet Camaro SS. It's lighter, it's more powerful, and it's faster than before, and it's out to hunt Ford Mustangs. I'm Jay. Welcome to the latest episode of Car Buzz Unboxing Reviews. And this is the brand new 6th generation Chevrolet Camaro. As you can tell, I am very excited to talk to you about this car today because I've been a longtime Camaro fan. I also like the Mustang too, but the Chevrolet Camaro, it's always had this great look to it that just always makes it look more expensive than it truly is. So this Camaro, it rides on General Motors' new Alpha rear-wheel drive platform. That also underpins the Cadillac ATS sedan and coupe, but GM says that 70% of the architectural components in the new Camaro are unique to the car. So it's not like it's just like that old GM badge engineering going on here. In the previous Camaro, it rode on GM's Zeta platform, which is still being used today for the Chevy SS. And the Chevy SS is made in Australia, and it's based off the Holden Commodore. So think about it. The previous generation Camaro was essentially a two-door Chevy SS. It was big and it was heavy, and Chevrolet just engineered the hell out of it to make it into such a good track car like the Camaro Z28. But with a brand new rear-wheel drive platform, Chevy engineers were able to start from scratch. And this Camaro SS, it weighs 223 pounds less than the previous model, and it has 14% greater power to weight ratio. And all SS models, they feature an aero-optimized front grille, a vented hood and rear spoiler, 20-inch aluminum wheels, LED front and rear lights, dual exhaust. And this car, it is painted in hyper blue metallic, and I love this color. It just looks so good on this car. And as I was mentioning with the Camaro, one of the reasons why I've always loved it is because its design it almost has like this exotic look going to it. It's so well proportioned here. And so was the previous 5th generation Camaro, but this is, in my opinion, even better. It's a little shorter, it's narrower than previously, and it's just an overall better package. Take a look at this. The front overhang. Look how short they are. It's so nice looking. And then if you compare it to like the Ford Mustang, great car, but if you look at the front overhang there, it's just too much overhang. It's just too much car going on up there. That is why the Camaro, in my opinion, has better proportions. The overall stance looks better from just about every angle. Just because of those front short overhangs, it makes a huge difference. Now, under the hood, this is what makes a muscle car. 6.2 liter, naturally aspirated V8, 455 horsepower, and 455 pound-feet of torque. It's paired to a 6-speed manual transmission with rev matching. Now, you can also get the optional 8-speed automatic with paddle shifters, and that's okay. Personally, I like a 6-speed manual in a muscle car. It's part of the experience. But what's also really cool is that this engine is shared with the Corvette Stingray. And this Camaro SS, it has 29 more horsepower than the previous Camaro standard V8. So there you have it. More powerful. It's lighter. Better proportion. Better overall car. And this interior is also fantastic. This is what they call medium ash gray, which I just like this color combo, especially compared to that blue metallic exterior paint. And I'm also happy that Chevy decided to kind of keep that retro meets modern look for the interior as well. It's just a nice blend. Remember, the Camaro, just like the Mustang, has a really historic past. And it's cool how they were able to get design cues from the interior as well as the exterior into the 6th generation car. And overall material quality is excellent. One of my complaints with the previous Camaro is that there were a lot of hard plastics. The dash was kind of funky designed. It had a cool retro look, but it wasn't very driver friendly. But with the material quality, you got to remember, previous Camaro, that was old GM before the bankruptcy. This is the new GM. Everything is much more premium throughout. It's a very simple design, but that's what helps make this the Camaro. Simple but elegant, it's sporty. And the moment I saw this interior, I was just like, damn, Chevy nailed it. But now I want to start up this engine for you because obviously it sounds incredible. And that, my friends, is what American muscle is supposed to sound like. Performance, 0 to 60 miles per hour, 4 seconds flat. Quarter mile time, 12.3 seconds. But let's get a closer look at this interior here. You have the Chevrolet MyLink with an 8-inch screen featuring Apple CarPlay capability, OnStar 4G LTE with Wi-Fi hotspot, rear view camera, leather wrapped flat bottom steering wheel. You have an 8-way power driver seat, 6-way passenger seat. It's very well put together, and the way the controls are situated is perfect for the driver. And as I mentioned with my previous unboxing reviews of the Chevrolet Volt and Malibu Hybrid, the Chevrolet MyLink infotainment system is really good. I love the large icons here. The color contrast is excellent. And this car also comes with a 6-speaker audio system and single-zone climate control. I don't think dual-zone climate control is really necessary, especially since this is the Camaro convertible, and just take the top down. You get all the fresh air you want. Why bother with climate control? So let's talk about the other engine options here. The base engine in a brand new Camaro is a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4. It's got 275 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Just to compare, the turbocharged 4-cylinder available in the Mustang has 35 more horsepower. And the optional engine in the Camaro here is a 3.6-liter V6 with 335 horsepower and 284 pound-feet of torque. Now the Mustang standard V6, which is the base model engine, has 35 less horsepower. And then there's the new Camaro Z01, which is going to be going on sale very soon. It has the same 6.2-liter V8 as this car, but it's been supercharged. So it's got a grand total of 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. That's almost 200 horsepower more than this car. So this is a small complaint that I do have. It's still a muscle car, but there's just not a lot of center console storage space. It's been sacrificed for those pair of cup holders. What can you do? Americans, they love to have cup holders. But going back to the engines, what's really cool is that you can have all of the engine options with either a 6-speed manual or the 8-speed automatic. So you can sort of customize your Camaro however you want. And then, of course, the new ZL1, in addition to the 6-speed manual, it comes with an optional 10-speed dual-clutch transmission. But that's not available on the V8 SS, like here. And I'm also glad that Chevrolet just decided to stick with a regular soft top instead of a folding hard top. Folding hard tops add even more weight. Believe it or not, convertibles like this one, they weigh more than their coupe counterparts, because the whole mechanism for raising and lowering a roof weighs a lot than just more compared to a standard fixed roof. And another thing that Chevrolet really improved, the steering wheel. Seriously, the previous Camaro steering wheel in the lower base models, it was just too big. Seriously, the steering wheel was almost like you're driving a land yacht. And I couldn't believe that Chevrolet actually put it in a muscle car. But it's been corrected, fortunately. So let's talk fuel economy here. Remember, this is naturally aspirated V8. You're not going to get anything near that 40 miles per gallon that all those eco-friendly cars have. What you will get is 16 miles per gallon in the city, 25 on the highway, and a combined 19 for the manual-equipped car. For the automatic Camaros, 17 in the city, 28 on the highway, and also a combined 19. And the Camaro, it is lighter than the car it replaces, but it's not a real featherlight car, say, like the Mazda MX-5 Miata. The Miata, for an example, weighs 2,200 pounds. This Camaro right here weighs almost 3,700 pounds. Yes, you can't really compare a Miata to a Camaro. They're two completely different flavors of sports cars. But just to give you an idea that a Camaro right now, even though it's lighter than before, it's still not a light sports car. So how does it drive? For starters, it's got standard Brembo brakes, which are great, and it also has something called magnetic ride control. And I want to explain that to you because it's a magnetic suspension that uses an electronic current to send a voltage into an electromagnet within the shock absorber. Now, inside the shock absorber it's a type of fluid that contains many microscopic magnetic particles that react to a magnetic field. And the thickness of the fluid in the presence of that magnetic field, it increases the damping of the shock absorber. What's the translation to all that? That means this is the world's fastest reacting suspension. It is so good that it is even used on the Ferrari 458 and Audi R8, just to give you an example. So the Camaro supercar looks nearly, in my opinion, as well as having a world-class suspension. Safety, 8 airbags come standard. You also have standard rear view camera, head-up display, rear park assist, rear cross traffic alert, and side blind zone alert, as well as lane change alert. So pricing. This car, the One SS, it starts at $43,300 with a few added extra features, such as the silver painted aluminum wheels, and then you toss in the destination charge. Grand total, $45,390. A base Camaro 1LT with a Turbo 4, that begins at $26,305. And then as of right now, until the Camaro ZL1 goes on sale, the top of the line Camaro 2 SS begins at $48,905. And to compare, the Ford Mustang, that has a base price of $24,645, but it also comes with more standard horsepower. And then since we're just talking muscle cars, the third muscle car that's on sale right now, the Dodge Challenger, with its standard 3.6 liter V6, 305 horsepower, base price just under $27,000. So unless you are really devoted to any one of those three great all-American muscle cars, I encourage you to shop around because they all drive a little differently. Their features are similar but also different, and you're just going to get a lot of performance for the money. That is what American muscle is all about. So I'm out of time for today. Thanks everyone for watching. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment section below. Subscribe to the Car Buzz YouTube channel, and I'll see you on my next unboxing review. Thanks for watching.